Hello, everyone. It's time for some drama. It's been a minute since I've reacted to some drama actually happening in the ecosystem. However, today I wanted to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude to More Pegasus. Guys, if you don't know who More Pegasus is, please check them out in the link description below and at the end card, the little bubble at the end. More Pegasus has been on a grind, and I need to get caught up on some of the drama, some of the tasty goodness of what's been going on the internet. Because yeah, we need to laugh at retarded people. And speaking of one of the biggest retarded people, Hassan Hussein Diddy Bin Laden Piker. I want to see why these got fucking humiliated. And so, More Pegasus has made a video, and we're gonna watch that video today. So, if you're not into that type of content, hey, that's fine. We have tons of other content on the channel. Go watch that content, or you can leave. That's also fine. They both are valid. But we're gonna see what this national retard, a generational retard, even precious little nepo baby, has done to get absolutely fucking humiliated. So I'm excited for an absolute banger video from from More Pegasus.
Welcome back to your daily dose of morons.
Yay!
Hasan is going
Listen,
out.
I think this should be we need to express how stupid this fucking guy is.
Asmongold again, calling him an Israel lover, telling him to leave
What?
America. Asmongold has responded,
Why?
calling
Why? Oh yeah, people don't like that. I think Asmongold's okay, but why would you? He wasn't made. He's from here. What the fuck?
him a massive
That's so
hypocrite.
crazy.
Hasan is now mad.
True. Yo, if that's the case, actually, I know I paused the video way too fast. If that's the case, Hassan needs to live by his own words and go live with the fucking the Houthi terrorists, like the dumbass he is. I mean, he's already slobbering on their dong super hard.
Media, who's usually on his side, because they're finally reporting things that he doesn't like. Ethan Klein is calling out Hasan again. iDubbbz is now fantasizing about taking part in the violent part of the LA protest.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, that's a whole nother rabbit hole that I haven't even gotten into. I'm gonna put some music on behind this because we need some music. Yeah, no, that's another retard doing retarded things. iDubbbz fucking fell off, dude. It's crazy to say iDubbbz was better when he was back in the day, but right now he is crazy.
Subscribe or Hasan Piker becomes president.
Well, it's a good thing I'm subscribed.
Okay,
He's right. Honestly, be subscribed to More Pegasus. I highly recommend this channel. He's a funny guy. Also, you can subscribe to this channel if you really don't. You don't have to. We don't just react to this. I promise.
Begin with this tweet. This is in reference to the LA
Oh my
protests.
goodness.
Hasan calls Asmongold an Israel lover and tells him to get the F out of his country.
I'm sorry, what?
You can leave, okay? Why don't you get the out of my country, Asmongold?
Okay, first off, the United States is not. You're not even from here. Wait, Hasan Hussein Diddy Piker is not from America, is he not? Isn't he Turkish? Isn't he from like Turkey or some shit? What the fuck? I'm sorry, what?
Well,
I could be wrong on that, but what the fuck?
Get the fuck out.
Huh?
Go to a country that doesn't have free speech protections. Maybe you'll enjoy it more. There, you can actually also still do regime propaganda.
What?
Be totally justified and being like, yeah, arrest these guys. Yeah, go live in fucking Turkey, bitch. I don't get it. Why don't you go to a country? Why don't you go to a country with no First Amendment?
Bro, why doesn't he go back to? Yo, Hasan Diddy Piker, why not go back to Turkey? Okay, why don't you go there? All right, you guys, it's mind-boggling to me. I've never. I am 30 years old. I have never once in my life. Like, I remember being a kid and watching the Twin Towers fucking fall on the little bubble TV. This is fucking retarded. The things they're doing in California is crazy. They're lighting shit on fire. They're throwing bricks at fucking cars and police officers and calling that peaceful protest. You're fucking retarded. I want to know, is that a diagnosis? Or you just actually, like, wow. Jeebus, bleebus.
Go to Tel Aviv, dude. They don't got free speech there. Go to
Yeah,
Israel.
my God.
You seem to love Israel. Why don't you go live there? Yeah.
Okay,
What?
the clip keeps going, but I gotta quickly.
Pot calling the kettle black. Dude, motherfucker doesn't live by his own words. What the hell? Yeah, he'll sit here and say this, but he will never actually go do the shit he's talking about. You think this slimy little disgusting beta fucking male coming from a fucking guy who is using a female VTuber avatar, me, is going to sit here and be like, yo, this little beta baby, little Nepo baby, you think he's gonna go and, you know, go over to where the fucking Houthis are and he's gonna slobber their dick in person? No. He'd rather do that on the internet from his Gucci mansion or whatever they fucking call it. Absolute pathetic, fatherless, jobless behavior. Oh, wait, but he has a father. Oh no. And his father's like a bazillionaire. That's where the Nepo baby part comes in. I always forget that part.
Point out the bullshit. My country,
Crazy.
Really? Hasan said my country. Is this the same guy who has done anti-American propaganda for how many years now? The same guy who says America deserved 9/11?
True!
The same guy who literally supports Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, all these people who
More
chant
Pegasus
death
spitting.
to America. The
More
same
Pegasus
guy who
spitting.
hates America so much that whenever there's any conflict ever, he will always take the side that is against America.
Which is
Apparently hates
crazy.
the system so much that made him
Bro, yeah. Freedom of speech it's like the most important thing we've got. We're able to say whatever we want. You're not supposed to be supporting terrorists. Bro, what the fuck? What is up with that?
like a capitalist millionaire. Also, this guy talking about free speech and the First Amendment is hilarious.
For
Free
real.
speech doesn't allow you to break the law, you absolute idiot.
True.
You can absolutely peacefully protest and you can voice your opinions, but you cannot light cars on fire. It doesn't matter if you have insurance, Hasan. You can't actually destroy cars, rob stores, try to kill cops, literally try to murder people by throwing bricks at them. This is the problem with Hasan. He just never knows when to draw the line. He can never stop supporting violence and terrorism, and he has the audacity to
It's a super extreme. The man is super extreme to one side, which is absolutely crazy.
talk about propaganda. Asman has literally never said he loves Israel. He has always
True.
maintained that his first priority is to Americans.
Did you vote for? No, I didn't vote for Kamala Harris either. I just simply chose not to vote. I didn't feel like either candidate deserved to vote. I thought neither of them were very good. Like, and I think I speak for basically. I mean, how many of you guys want to die for Israel? How many of you guys want to go to war with Israel? Like, I certainly fucking don't. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, Israel's problems are Israel's problems.
Exactly.
Like,
they're
I don't
not. They're
wanna,
not my
you know,
problems.
take that on. No. You're not going to war for fuck's sake. Okay, well, I don't want to fund 2 proxy wars.
True.
We're already funding 1 proxy war with Ukraine.
True.
Funding 2 of them is ridiculous.
Wow, Asman saying Israel problems are Israel problems. Definitely seems like an Israel lover, guys.
Yeah, there's a real Israel lover over here. And meanwhile, we got Hussein Diddy Bin Laden Piker the third over here slobbering on the fucking terrorist dick, dude. Fucking crazy.
Dude, Hasan is a pathological liar. It shouldn't be possible
True.
to humiliate someone this bad.
The craziest part about liars, people who are watching and listening to me, when they're caught in a lie, they have 2 options: tell the truth or double down. And double down and double down. And a pathological liar will double down every time. They doesn't care. They don't care about the truth. They live in their own little reality where they will spin that web and they'll constantly keep doing it. I've had to deal with people like that before when I was younger, and I hated them. And it's gross seeing this type of person is like, just, wow, just out there like they are.
With straight facts for 40 videos
Crazy.
straight. It's just diabolical, the amount of info this guy just completely gets wrong. Now, after
True.
this, one of Hasan's chatters points out that Asman doesn't support Israel, and Hasan's brain just implodes.
Him moving to a different country would be biological warfare and violate international law? Okay, well, even more.
Oh my lord.
You're just telling me exactly why now he should move. Asman doesn't support Israel, lol. This is why Asman refuses to debate you when you lie about him. Wait, what? The easiest way to fucking... First of all, Asman doesn't support Israel, lol, is hilarious.
He doesn't.
Support Israel. He just seems to criticize all of Israel's enemies all the time, non-fucking stop. Yeah, I know.
Do you see how he's trying
fully
to
support
phrase it?
Israel.
It's crazy.
He just supports everyone else that supports Israel. and he attacks everyone that doesn't support Israel. He supports the administration and its support for Israel. He supports the administration completely. He supports all the content creators that support Israel. He supports
oh my
none of the
fucking
content creators that don't support Israel.
Basically, you better support Hasan in everything he says, otherwise
Exactly.
you're an Israel lover. Apparently,
Aw, the little Nepo baby's upset that he's not the best political streamer. Like Aspen Gold is. Aw, the Nepo baby's not getting attention anymore. Aw, poor little guy.
criticizing Hamas terrorists who happen to be the enemies of Israel
that's
is
funny.
now explicitly supporting Israel. It's like, you can just say terrorists are bad in general.
Hey,
You know?
true.
It's like Hasan expects
Which I
every-
don't think Hasan has ever said terrorist bad. I could be wrong. I don't think he's ever gone out of his way to say terrorism bad. He supports them too much. It's
situation
crazy.
to be completely black and white. I mean, you can never take this guy seriously because he thinks Ethan Klein is pro-Israel. You can't even make this shit up. How many...
I don't even like Ethan Klein. I don't even like Ethan Klein, and the shit that they did to Ethan Klein is fucking insane. I don't know how you do that to another fucking person. That's crazy.
clips of Ethan have we seen of him completely disavowing Israel's actions? Like, how much more do you actually need? Oh, that's right. You obviously just need to support the terrorists. That's the only way to be on Hasan's side here. Anyways,
Which is
as we
crazy.
responded...
Listen, paying
As you do.
$14.99 a month for a streaming app.
Yo,
and
guys, it's a
$9.99
YouTube
a month for a
Premium
music
app.
and
Listen, I have to say this now because I know I'm gonna get comment about. Listen, get over the ads. If you're upset that there's ads on my channel, me getting YouTube Premium will not prevent the ads. The ads are still on YouTube Premium as well. No matter what I do, the ads will always be there. I'm sorry.
I'm
Grow
an
up.
Israel lover. Okay. I mean, you could say, I guess, no, you can't say Jew lover, right? You can't do that. Because there were other people that did that before and it didn't go very well for them.
Yeah,
Okay, here we
you
go.
gotta
Let's
phrase
listen
it
to
in a
If
different
you
way.
don't like it, you can leave, okay? Why don't you get the out of my country, Asmongold?
Hasan, famously known for his unquenching support of American values.
Francis was a socialist. This motherfucker is an American. And I think Americans
What?
are gross. Why don't you get the out of my
Huh?
country, Asmongold?
What
If you
is
don't
this?
like the First Amendment, get the out.
Is he talking about his First Amendment right to stand in the middle of the highway? Okay, yeah, right, got it.
Go to a country that doesn't have free speech protections.
Okay.
Yeah, go live in fucking Turkey.
Right,
I don't
crazy.
get it. Why don't you go to a country? Why don't you go to a country where there's no First Amendment?
Why would I want to go to a country with no First Amendment? Also, Hasan doesn't like the First Amendment either. I mean, he's
True.
regularly advocated for banning people. He was crying about Aiden Ross getting unbanned recently. Don't ever believe Hasan cares about the First Amendment.
He doesn't.
cares about weaponizing other people's care for the First Amendment against
That
them
he do.
in order to push his own goals, like standing in the highway, which is clearly what I'm discussing here because this is the clip.
I mean, yeah, Hasan does not give a single shit about free speech. If it was up to Hasan, none of us would even have a
True.
platform. Make no mistake,
Very true.
if it was up to Hasan, there would be tyranny to the max. This guy is an unashamed,
Yeah.
open terror supporter. As
The man wanted to open up a terrorist group in America. And honestly, with how crazy his followers are, and I'll probably get some bad comments on my channel for doing this, which, I mean, I don't really care. It's whatever. It's like, best of luck to you, gamer. Type on your keyboard. This man's fucking insane. They need to lock him up. I think the FBI is investigating him now, which is great. He needs to be investigated. They need to lock this man up. 1,000 years dungeon for all the shit he's tried to spin. And he says
is it
stuff.
on his-
He says stuff in such a slimy way too. So it's a very roundabout way of trying not to get in trouble.
side of politics, he does not give a single shit. And he might be aligned with you on certain other political issues, but that doesn't mean that you should ever take anything he says seriously. He basically
True.
takes every opportunity to take the minor political points and then eventually brainwash you into his cult so that you're also
It is a
supporting
cult.
terrorists. Also, can we just admit it? Anytime Hasan says Israel or Israel lover, he means Jew. Now, obviously, he's not going to come out and say that because it's bad optics to just say Jew, right? Because that makes you look
Which is
pretty
crazy.
anti-Semitic, right? And that's a very hard pill to swallow from the crowd that's always chanting, "You're a Nazi, you're a Nazi," but also
Jesus.
everything they say is conveniently against Jews. I mean, we've
I
gone
know.
over several statements Hasan
It's
has made.
kind of strange how it's conveniently against Jewish people, isn't it? Wow.
that can be interpreted as him being anti-Semitic. I've played like the 5 different statements in plenty of my previous
Pretty
videos. You
sure
can check
this
it out.
man
Also,
is
the
pretty
thing
much-
about the highway, right? I know people are rightfully concerned about the abuse of power by authorities, right? And that may be a reason that people want to peacefully protest, which is perfectly
Are they
fine
waving
and
the
justified.
Mexican flag?
But I will still say, if you are blocking the highway, preventing regular innocent civilians who have nothing to do with this,
If these people are out here, I think that's the Mexican flag, right? Why are they waving the Mexican flag in the street? Just go back to Mexico if you like Mexico that much. I'm sorry, but that makes no sense. If you're over here and you left Mexico, why are you sitting there waving the flag? I mean, I guess it's okay for you to. Nobody's really gonna tell you against, like, be against it. Not really, but just go back to Mexico if that's the case. I don't get that. Anyway.
from getting to work, then you are going to be seen as a troublemaker, a lawbreaker, and a general nuisance. You can hate ICE or the police all you want, but don't take it out on a man trying to go to work to feed his family. A
True.
lot of these people are living paycheck to paycheck, alright? And
True.
if they miss a day of work and they get fired because of it, congratulations, you just made a lifelong enemy. And that's pretty much where you are no different than Just Stop Oil.
It's a very good point. As somebody who I do YouTube, right? I do streaming. That's not my job. My job, I go to work each day. I work 10 hours shifts. The only time I have off is on the weekends. So it's very important that I never miss those days. And I make that very clear to people who watch my channel. Like, if you know, you know. But Lord, yeah, missing a day, to your 9 to 5 and whatever, which, I mean, mine's like, I get up super duper early and go in and I'm like at work clocked in at 5 all the way to 4:30 in the evening. So, a very, very long day, missing those days fuck you up bad, especially if you're a normal citizen working. God forbid if I had like a child or a wife that I was trying to support, it would be really fucking hard to. And then you have these fucking bozos sitting in the street. Yeah, no, I'd be kind of pissed. And, More Pegasus is right. You do make a very long line of an enemy when you do this shit.
And people will get increasingly frustrated of you blocking their path because they have nothing to do with this, and they will either get out of their
Fucking
car to beat you up, or they will
unemployed
try
behavior.
to run you over.
Go to Israel. You seem to love Israel. Why don't you go live there?
I didn't know that. Do I? That's crazy. All right.
Yeah. Him moving to a different country would be biological warfare and violate international law. Okay, well,
That's funny.
Even more.
Okay. Even more what? Are you saying it's good that there would be biological warfare for me to go to Israel? Like, is that what we're implying? It just seems kind of a weird way to say that.
You're just telling me exactly why.
Yeah.
Now he should move.
Oh, damn.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
Jesus, play this.
Happy birthday to you.
That's really something, huh?
Dude, the Gooning King Dan Clancy singing Happy Birthday will never get old. But
True.
also, what did Hasan exactly mean by that when he said, I hope Asmund goes to Israel as it would be biological warfare? Now, obviously, I get that that's a joke, right? Because Asmund's the cockroach king. He's a little bit disgusting sometimes, so yeah, biological warfare, very funny joke. He did leak his true feelings for a second there. That was a Freudian slip there, because he says he wants to do biological warfare against Israelis, which is very interesting, right? I
True.
wonder how people would react if you said that about Palestinians or any other group that you want to do biological warfare against them. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Here's what people are saying: I'd much rather live in a country filled with Asmongold's than Hasan's. A guy who hates America telling a guy who loves his country to leave. Okay,
Crazy.
somebody just said it. Hasan is a Nazi. Somebody added.
Yeah,
"Get
there
your
you go. You're
animals in
realizing people
control."
are waking up.
Turkish guy tells American from Texas to get out of America. Telling a U.S. citizen to get out of the country, but supporting non-citizens who are refusing to get out is crazy work. Go live in
True.
Turkey. A man whose father
Bro,
is
this
a
is
Turkish
crazy.
politician and who is a Turkish citizen and a billionaire. Don't forget that. This guy's no
With
morals.
a Gucci bag. Bro, that's what I'm saying. His mother's a billionaire. Fucking little Nepo baby. My God, the silver spoon has never fallen out of my mouth.
Empathy is 100% about his ideology.
Oh my goodness,
He's a
it's
trust
amazing.
fund activist. He'd call the cops 100 times a minute if those protests came near his neighborhood. Lol. 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like if somebody lit his car on
for
fire,
real.
he's definitely calling the cops, and then he'll
He
be
would.
like, "Oh, cops are bad. Oh my God, we should light everybody's car on."
No,
fire."
he would call the cops, and then he would say that some like Republican or he'd be like, "Oh, somebody, some neo-Nazi did it." No, they're the Nazis.
Are like, please,
Which is
dude,
crazy.
you rely on their safety. Why doesn't Hasan live in Gaza then? The reason
True!
Hasan was so
See, that's what I'm
pissed at
saying.
Aspen Gold was because Aspen actually
He doesn't
called him
live by what he
revolutionary.
He doesn't believe in what he
Andre's fake
preaches.
revolutionary, not putting his strength. Well,
He is a
if
fake
anything,
revolutionary.
Hasan is a fake revolutionary because he doesn't embody any of the ideals that he has, right? I mean, disliking capitalism, you're pro-Palestine, you're trying to adhere to this fucking list of companies that you're not supposed to support, but the one that you make the most money from, you're like Twitter, by the way, also owned by Elon Musk, who people are saying is a Nazi. Like, really, like, that's not the main thing. What is this? Which he did go down there. Yes, exactly. Yes, no, you're right. What a great
LARPing as a
own.
revolutionary, which is
He
true.
actually did go down and commit a crime. I expected him not to do that
He-
because it would be stupid and detrimental and bad, and you would put your channel at risk. But Hasan knows he won't get in trouble. And streaming it. Yes, self-reporting the entire time.
This is going to be very different, which, to be fair, he was.
I mean, to be fair, at least he recorded the evidence, so that way when the FBI agents finally do investigate him, they can send him away to jail for 1,000 years.
Well, if he was actually doing that, he should get in trouble. Like, I mean, for sure. He was, though? Yeah, I don't know.
No, he should be arrested again. Just sits on bootlicking at Trump administration. Bootlicking is whenever you think that somebody should get arrested for standing in the highway. I didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that. But, you know, we had a whole election that was decided that found out that most people actually didn't know that. But that's where we're at. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's probably not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen.
Right, so the reason Hasan got all
Big sad.
pissy is because Asman literally said the truth and called Hasan a hypocrite for not standing by the boycott list for Palestine and not boycotting Amazon. And he also said that he probably won't get banned on Twitch for, again, streaming something against TOS. So I don't see the issue
That's
here.
not-
Hasan
that's
is
not
literally
surprised
just
there.
getting mad at objective...
VTubers get banned for showing too much hip, which is crazy. Meanwhile, you have literal sluts on the platform who will show off their whole asshole in mirrors, and they'll be like a day ban. It's absolutely insane.
The facts, who would have thought? Also, let's be honest, Hasan was never gonna get in trouble. Hasan could literally go out on the streets and murder 5 people, and Dan would suck him off the next
True.
day. Now, last video,
Which
I
is
did
crazy.
expose Dan Clancy for his Hasan rag. That is absolutely diabolical, the amount of times it's
It
been
is.
violated, so to speak. But yeah, I really wonder how long Dan can keep this up and safeguard his golden boy here, because surely at some point Amazon clamps down on this, right? They just can't have this PR on their website. Now, in this next
You would
clip,
think.
Hasan gets really angry that the mainstream media is pointing out that even small businesses run by immigrants are getting
True.
robbed. Not just
Bro,
the
can you imagine, right? Yeah, now, think about this. You are somebody who came into this country. You want to live the American dream. You open up business. You try to run business. And then all these other people who are absolute jobless behavior come and ruin your business after you, who don't live in America, but you got in the right way. You worked hard. You're trying to start your life over. You work for it. And then these absolute degenerate freaks come by, wreck your place, and start looting your place. That's crazy.
Apple stores or whatever,
That's
which by
crazy.
the way is still not okay, right? Like Hasan's chat always justifies this, like
Jesus.
Apple is too rich, so it's okay to just rob and loot stores.
It's
and
not
break
okay
things
to
and
loot
steal
any
phones and
stores.
TVs. How the heck is that related to immigration or ICE at all? These are just random looters profiting off the chaos, using this opportunity to make a
True.
quick buck. And Hasan will justify this, saying that they're just redistributing the goods to the poor people like
No, they're
Robin
not.
Hood.
You only
No,
see the
they're
looting
not.
of Target. You don't see the redistribution of the goods
not.
that they took from Target.
You're
back to the
fucking
community.
Meanwhile, they'll
retarded.
sell it for like double the price.
True.
The vicious loading.
Of them looted the glass.
The local news, man. I
I don't even
hate
watch
local
the
news,
local
y'all.
news.
Shattered, a lot of things stolen, and they're big companies. They'll take a hit, but it is the small, the
It is the small
mom and
ones.
pop businesses that have also been looted. I mean, you have tears in your eyes of what they've done to your business.
What they done to my business? I don't know. I have to go inside see what's going on. I don't know what they done to business. Why these people come to downtown? They go to somewhere out of the city limits and they scream at what they want to do. Why they come here?
We also have
You know what I'm
video
talking
of
about.
other
You know what
stores.
I'm talking about. You have like like that guy's clearly he's not from America. Why'd they do that to his fucking business, huh? He's a small guy. Why'd they fucking ruin his business like that? It's crazy. Notice how this motherfucker didn't say anything. Yeah,
Were looted
crazy.
overnight. There were reports, Sheila, of up to 100 looters
Jesus
at a
Christ.
time at a jewelry business.
Crazy. Very crazy, very sad, very terrible.
And your dad works really hard. I'm sure you work really hard too.
You know what? Let's just quickly look at Hasan's chat here. Womp womp. We got the crying emoji. Poor Apple. Not Apple.
No-
not Adidas. Not the Apple.
None of them
phone
were Apple or
cases.
Adidas.
Fuck
What?
News Classic. Only care about the big companies. Oh no,
What?
not the sneakers. Not the billionaire.
Bro, that's crazy. Oh my god. His chat is brainwashed. It's actually a cult. I hope the FBI investigates this man for cult behavior.
Rob
This is very cult
Apple.
behavior.
All my
It's
homies
crazy.
hate local news. We got SpongeBob, and they say small business. Nah, don't be using that SpongeBob, dog. Nah, this is a
Bro.
desecration. Crying moms, crying the iPhones. The mom and pop Apple stores. Somebody loot their camera and microphone quick. Bro, who is watching you? What the heck is this, dude?
Fucking
Omega lol, so what? So let me
jobless
get this straight.
behavior.
We got a very clear immigrant
Fatherless
who is crying
behavior, even.
about his
It's
store
crazy.
getting looted. And then we got Hasan in his chat being like, I don't care about the Apple store. This isn't the Apple store, dude. I
For
feel
real.
like Hasan in his chat does not care about these immigration issues. They just want to advance their own radical politics. And they like to blend in like little chameleons like, oh no, we're
Slimy
just
little rats,
supporting the
dude.
peaceful protest. We're totally on your side. Like, no, they don't care about any reasonable cause at all. It is precisely because of people like Hasan that no protest is actually taken seriously for any valid reason. Anyways, let's move on to Ethan going after Hasan. Here we got another puff piece article paid
Oh,
for
no.
by Hasan's journalist buddies. Hasan Piker sees it all. If he sees
Amazing.
it all, how does he so consistently have the wrong opinion on everything? The guy who screamed the Russian invasion of Ukraine wasn't gonna happen definitely has amazing insights. And then Ethan calls it out. Lol, this is getting pathetic. People don't like you, bro. You can't buy your way out of that. He sees it all and then chooses terrorism anyway. Then Ethan goes after Hasan's agency, Night Media. I do not and have never worked with Night Media. The CEO is a nice guy, but F any media entity willing to work with scum like Hasan. I've never had a manager of any kind. I've always preferred to do things on my own for better or worse. Then Ethan makes a post about the LA protests and he calls out tankies. I assume he's talking about Hasan here, or at least Hasan supporters. Mad respect to the amazing protesters. These tanky scumbags showed up to sabotage these good people's protests. F the tankies. I stand with these protesters and loving America. There's a correct take. Protest good,
Jesus
riots bad.
Christ.
Burning down Waymos because I love America so damn much. We also got this picture of Hasan in a press vest as if he's somehow like news.
Bro.
Genuine service dogs versus fake service dogs. And then Nux responds, I wonder where he picked that trick up. And this is like the terrorists who were wearing the press
terrorists
vests
with
and
the
launching
fucking press
missiles in the
jets
background. There's
on.
like a video about this. And it was
For those who don't know, the terrorists, the crazy terrorists would put press vests on so that way people would not kill them. Essentially, Hasan's not part of the press. Hasan's a little nepo baby with a Gucci bag, going out there acting like he's better than anybody else.
Move on to
Lord.
Idubbbz fantasizing about throwing tear gas.
I am
on
curious
the
about
cops.
this. This is
Idubbbz
crazy.
imagines himself at the LA riots, catching tear gas and launching it back at cops, and then everyone would clap.
No, they
One of my friends
What?
got tear gassed a couple days ago.
So we're all in agreement that his wife pegs him, right? Probably doesn't even peg him. She probably gets fucked by Hasan and has Idubbbz watching the cuck chair in the corner. Damn, how pathetic. Damn, unfortunate.
So, yep.
Dude, I would, man, I kind of wish I was there.
Yeah.
because I think it would be really fucking sweet to throw the tear gas back at
Yeah,
them.
You
unfortunate.
put the cone on it and then pour the water in.
True.
That's what you're supposed
Oh,
to
that's
do.
a good tactic. Yeah, I do like that.
Oh look, Reek from Game of Thrones is talking. Idubs, you look like you're too afraid to tell the waiter they got your order wrong. Bro looks completely broken and homeless and cucked. How about you deal with the devil right next to you? Because we all know you wouldn't do shit. And don't be fooled into thinking Idubs is only supporting the peaceful parts of the protest. If you're fantasizing about chucking tear gas at the cops, you're probably supporting the violent side too. And I mean, let's all remember, this guy loves and supports Hasan in everything he does. He was the catalyst to this entire series. He made the content cop with
Which is
Hasan
still-
in it. He's the one who started
It is still crazy. That content cop, I didn't react to it, but it is awful. I didn't react to it on the channel because it was just not worth my time. I did see it. Wow. That's not content cop. That's
All of
crazy.
this. So I'm not gonna give any courtesy when his friends are terrorist sympathizers.
True.
And he probably is
Fuck
too.
the terrorists.
Now, there's also this clip of a bunch of people stopping someone from going to work, and I feel like this is where you lose most people. Like, if your problem is with the police, then take it up with the police. Why are you stopping civilians?
Nobody's children's been
this
taken
is,
away. It's
again,
fucking crazy.
One of the main things that these people
What the
love to
fuck?
do is they're
That's
standing in the
insane.
road. They're preventing this woman from going to work, and they're explaining to her why it's actually a good thing that they're preventing her to go to work.
It's not good. You're preventing this other lady from going to work, and she can now not provide for her family. You're fucking retarded. Like, that's crazy.
How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing to do? No, it's not. How do you as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work.
Oh my god, bro.
Well,
Bro.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
I know it's crazy. Some people do have to go to work.
I
Isn't
know,
that
it's
crazy?
insane,
Wow. Imagine
yeah.
that.
Not work. I care so much.
So you don't
Dude, this is the type of fucking psychos you're like fucking like supporting. And this, they don't care about what they're preaching in. They don't care about who they're hurting. They don't care if it's a mother. Like if she's like a single mother, maybe her, you know, for example, she's having to support her kids, and you know her mom's having to watch her own kids. So you know the grandma's watching the kids while she's having to be a single mom, going and supporting her family. Like shit like that, you know, is more important than whatever the fuck these absolute brain dead retards are doing standing in the middle of the street. Insane. They don't even care about what they're preaching.
I'm not causing no problem. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
It's actually so funny because, like, you could not have made a more stereotypical video than this. Why do
True.
Americans always mention some kind of skin color or ethnicity to try to make a point? Because the people that are doing this, it's like they're kryptonite. What an annoying, obnoxious
True.
person.
They
That
do
guy
use
is
it as
definitely
kryptonite. It's
unemployed.
crazy.
Holy shit.
He is.
This just
He got the
becoming a
man
repeat
bun
of
and
Just Stop
everything.
Oil now. Like obviously people care about the environment and they care about these issues, but they're not gonna care about your dumb ass when you stop them from going to work or impeding
True.
on their
You're just
day,
making
right?
enemies.
They have a job to get to feed their family with money. Who would have thought? Now I wanted to quickly go over a few clips from
Decoy Voice is another.
where
Decoy
basically
Voice is
people
awesome.
are so emotionally
I
charged,
should watch
they
some
end up
Decoy Voice
attacking the
user.
wrong thing. Basically, Reddit was so brain dead, they thought ICE was at a certain hotel, so they gave it a bunch of bad
Huh?
reviews. Turns out they weren't even there, it was just a hoax, and they basically just destroyed an innocent business for absolutely no reason.
So places like r/Los Angeles requests, users post
Of
what
course.
hotels ICE agents are staying at, saying, give them a taste of their own medicine and take it to them where they're sleeping. It's insane to me how sloppy these idiots are, as a rumor came out of ICE staying at a certain hotel. So other idiots started echoing it in that original Reddit thread, only for their own city
Bro,
council to
this is
come out
stupid.
and confirm that was 100% false. But that didn't stop them from brigading the hotel
They
with
doubled
bad
down
reviews.
anyway.
And those idiots actually did it,
Stupid.
giving them several 1 out of 5 reviews on Google. Even
Lord.
going on Yelp to do the same, well after the rumor was proved to be fake. And
my
then
God.
uploading the next rumor they have zero confirmation of. This is what happens
That's
when you have
crazy.
more emotions than information. You can be manipulated into attacking innocent employees because Reddit demanded it. Just like when that other local Reddit freaked out about ICE showing up to their school, only for it to be a SWAT team fulfilling a Make-A-Wish dream for some sick kid. They don't
Aw,
care if they march
dude.
the mobs in to stop a leukemia patient from playing with the cops or destroying the business of a random
Bro, if I was a little kid and I seen the cops showing up, like this full SWAT team, that'd be fucking sick. I'd be like, whoa, dude. Here's the thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of cops, but cops are a necessary thing. We need them to keep us safe, okay? They keep us safe. Some cops are good, like really good cops. Some cops are absolute shitty cops. I've dealt with shitty cops before, but that does not mean that all cops are evil. You gotta know that. You gotta know the difference. And some retards just don't.
Bro, some of these people are operating off of so much anger and emotion that they just end up hurting their cause. Like, that Make-A-Wish story is just insane. You just end up hurting innocent people if you're so radicalized you can't even take a moment to look at the facts. I mean, of course, Reddit is not going to do a smidgen of fact-checking.
Oh, never.
They're like half of Hasan's viewer
Just
base,
honestly,
right?
don't
Now,
even go on
apparently
Reddit.
Some people were also
I don't
trying
even
to
get on
dox
Reddit.
the officers and then crying when they got doxed back.
We're gonna dox you!
Bro.
We're gonna dox you!
And these aren't idle threats, as that scanner account originally
Lord.
dropped addresses of federal buildings, but then released hotel information on where ICE agents were allegedly staying. Until somebody turned around and shared his address.
Yo, let's
where
go.
He thought
Destroyed.
That was unacceptable. And then Insider Wire found his real name, showing paperwork that suggests he's had a felony stalking conviction. That he apparently wanted that post immediately removed, then posting a formal apology stating he should not have
Destroyed.
posted those addresses, and if he has broken the law, he'll turn himself in, then completely delete.
I do not believe in doxing others. However, I do believe fighting fire with fire. If somebody retarded wants to fight you with fire, fight them with fire back.
His account.
Literally F around and find out, like, wow guys, I broke the law, I'm totally gonna turn myself in, wink wink. Fucking loser, dude. If you think doxing someone is going to help your cause, like, what was even the plan? Like, go to them when they sleep and do what? Like, I hope they didn't want to kill them or anything, because that's just way too far. I mean, to be fair, this guy was literally a stalker, so kinda expected. But you can start to see why people are so mad on both sides regarding this. And the mainstream media reporting is just hilarious.
As they're now saying, this footage isn't even recent.
A lot of these algorithms are surfacing hours old or even days old content. So you might be looking at a video of something, wondering what's happening in LA. It's actually from 2 days ago.
Good to know it's not pertinent if my vehicle was burned a couple hours ago, or maybe even yesterday.
Yo, true.
CNN thinks you
Gee
being able to
willikers,
remember
thanks.
things is the real problem.
Well, it's me, Hasan Piker here. They all have insurance, don't worry, guys. Isn't everybody rich like me? They'll just buy another car. Tough luck, sucker. I just
That's not how
love
that
America
works.
so much that I support terrorist group that chant death to America. No, I wasn't dropped as a child, why do you ask? Now, apparently people are being so stupid that they are actually helping legitimate criminals get released. Like, these could be potential murderers, rapists, you never know. Like, if the goal was to help innocent people who are wrongfully targeted, this is not helping. You're literally letting criminals loose.
To essentially helping inmates escape from incarceration.
What?
As Scooter Caster from Freedom News shows us, at an ICE facility in New Jersey, activists attempt to block their arrivals.
What the
Woo! Yo, you see that shit? That was fucking cool. Just arrest them. At this point, they just
These
need to
same
arrest them.
idiots show us what weaponized unemployment can accomplish.
True. Bro, I would have hogtied them. The funniest thing to me, you need to hogtie these people. Look at this. Look at this. They're hiding their faces because most of them don't want to be, like, fucking found out. There's a few of them here that aren't hiding their faces, which are, like, some older fucking Karens. But, for real, this shit, this is just fucking pathetic. Hogtie them, put them to the side, let them bake in the sun for an hour or two, you know, let them get a nice little tan, spritz them with some water, and then, you know, just continue doing what you gotta do, officers. That's what I'd have done. Let the officers do their job.
When the protesters were preoccupying the feds, inside the facility, a riot broke out with 4 detainees escaping, with a local CBS affiliate following up, stating the 4 escaped through the wall, as all of them have criminal history. So good job, guys. clearly your ability to push plastic barriers shows you'll be able to protect you and your family from whoever just got released into your
True.
local community.
Yep.
Yeah, they're so fucking retarded because they literally want rapists and other people who do murders and child trafficking to just be running rampant in the streets, which is crazy. I don't understand how we got here. It's just really fucking pathetic.
That will do it. When you get a couple criminals joining these movements after being released, it will go completely haywire. Because
True.
clearly they are
True.
not acting in your best interest. And then the original message of the protests will be completely lost because we have literal criminals joining it. Now click this video so
True.
Hasan takes a one-way trip to the moon. Oh.
I say 1,000 years dungeon. That should be his punishment. Anyway, everyone, that's it for this video. Please go check out more Pegasus. Link in the description at the bubble. Little bubble icon like this up here. And in the link description below. Thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. And remember, if you're retarded, I'm sorry. Listen, I have friends who are in here, like, are in the country by illegal means. Don't get me wrong. But it's not because that's what they wanted. You know? Sometimes you're born into it like that. And it's not their fault. Do I think they should be taken away for that? Not necessarily. But I think that this is just... There's a peaceful way to do things, and then there's a not peaceful way to do things. And it's crazy to me that people want to act like what they're doing is peaceful. Standing out there with a sign on the side of the road, and you're screaming at the top of your lungs, that's fine. When you're purposely in the road, you know, not to the side, when you're in the road, blocking the way, you're preventing officers from doing their job, you're throwing bricks, Molotovs, and lighting shit on fire, I think that's real sad. Officers are here to protect us, and people want to villainize them too quickly, in my personal opinion. I don't know what people will think of this video. I don't really care. At the end of the day, leave a comment down below. And yeah, hit that like or dislike button. And y'all have a wonderful day. And just remember, be nice to one another. And until next time, that's all I got for you. Bye. See you later.